So it's Monday morning, 8 a.m. You get a phone call and your building is underwater. What do you do?
Dun, dun, dun. This is the North Carolina Real Estate Show. I'm an attorney in Mooresville, North Carolina. We also have an office in Huntersville, North Carolina. And today I am joined by my husband, Ryan Weber. So what were we doing about a week ago this time?
Well, about 8 a.m., got a phone call from our paralegals who came to the office before we were here. And they said, Ryan, you got a leak in your office. I can hear the water running in the background of the phone. And I'm like, okay. And I looked over and had sandals next to where I was standing, threw them on, and hightailed it out the door.
So let's talk a little bit about when disaster strikes. You are a commercial building owner, or you're an agent who is helping a client buy a commercial building for the first time. These are some of the things that a new commercial building owner should know when something like this happens, because it will someday. I mean, I think about day of, kind of what were the initial actions. One, stop the bleeding, essentially, in that case, getting the water off. Next call, mitigation team. If you are someone that has that unique set of skills that you know how to do it yourself, great. Most people don't. Find a ServPro or some company like that can get out there and try to mitigate whatever the issue is as quickly as possible.
I mean, the big thing for us is we were trying to mitigate any extra damage. I know insurance would take care of it, but it's just a hassle. So we got every trash can that we could find and put it under any leak. I had Tiff bring my shop vac from the house, and I just started vacuuming as much water up as possible just to try and stop whatever it could be. Another big thing that I did not know, because it's not like I went out and found it, but the water shut off for the main line for the building. And if there's individual units, where are those individual shutoffs? Because I didn't know any of them. we'd been working here. So it's not like it was a new building for us.
But you didn't know necessarily how.
Right.
So in one of, if you ever need to get the water off in a pinch, you know where and how to do that.
I mean, I walked into my basement office space, which had water rushing that sounded like
a waterfall.
Yes, it sounded like a gutter in a torrential downpour. I think another thing is, insurance policy, obviously. Have a good one. And also know who your insurance agent is, what your bylaws, if you're in some sort of association, read, and understand who is liable and what's your next steps.
Now, another note on insurance. This is a suggestion to get an insurance agent that you can get in touch with. We've got a great one, Justin Davidson with Sawyer. I called him and he picked up right away, and he happened to be in town, in the neighborhood.
Was hanging out in the office with me at 11. Just in the parking lot, walking around.
Just such a quick response and super helpful. I know the policy is the policy. Whoever it's written through, you get what you get, but the agent can really make such a huge difference in having, responsiveness and feeling like you know what to do next.
And you're never going to know what insurance means. It's really hard to read a policy and understand what it is. So
if you're not in that world,
being able to call him and have him explain it easily, so here's the issue in, Ryan's terms, and what does that mean from an insurance standpoint? What can I expect?
Yep.
I think another thing too is try to, it's a bad situation, but it's unpreventable. So
everyone's had a good attitude about it.
There's no reason to be frustrated and upset. You can't do anything about it after the fact. So if something were to happen like this,
be solution oriented.
Move forward as quickly as possible to solve the problem rather than be pissed off that it happened. Because, what am I going to do?
You can be pissed off for a little bit, but also let's try to fix it.
What can I do? It's not like I wanted to get flooded and he wanted to get flooded. It's just, it happened. So I think that made it a little smoother and easier.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, I don't have anything else. Do you have anything else?
No, it's a
little bit different episode this week, but real life example of things to deal with on commercial property. So hopefully this doesn't happen to anybody. It will, unfortunately, but learn from our experience.
Your normal house or a commercial building, just have your plan in place.
Yep. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching another episode of the North Carolina Real Estate Show. Thank you, Ryan, for joining me again. We'll catch you guys on the next episode.